In this video, we will learn reading CSV files and text files in R. So basically in base R actually we are having three functions. One is read.dlim, then read.table and then read.csv. So read.dlim is the base function. You can read any type of data, .txt or .csv also, and you have to define the delimiter. The tab delimit or a space is the default delimiter in this function. So this data is tab delimited data in text format. So we have used read.delim. Here header is true, it's a default, and separator is tab or any space. So we can read like, first we will set the working directory and then read it, and you can see the header like this. So you need not write header is equal to true, you can write also, but by default it is true. To read the first row as a column name. Then we can also read comma separated data in form of .txt file. So here you have to define the separator. So separator is comma. So we can see the data. This was the tab delimited data and this is the comma separated data in text format. Now with the same function we can read .csv data also. So .csv data is comma separated, so you have to define here that separator is comma, and then head and names obviously you can read. Then there is one function read.table, that also we can use. Here header by default is false, so you have to write header is equal to true here, and separator is any white space by default. So if it is tab delimited, you need not mention here the separator. So again tab delimited data in text format we are reading with function read.table. Here you have to define this argument header is equal to true to read the first row as column names. Same data we have read. Then if it is comma separated, then you have to define, if you want the first row as a column, then header is equal to true and separator as comma. So again same data we have read. The same function we can use for reading .csv file also. Here again just name the data and then header is equal to true and separator is comma. So same data will be read here. Now read.csv, this also can read all the data format, whether it is .txt tab delimited or .txt comma separated or .csv. So but see header is equal to true is a default here and separator is comma by default. So if you are having different separator, you have to define it. So this is for any white space or tab. So this header is equal to true is not required here, you can remove also. So I am removing it. So automatically it has read the data with first row as column names. If you are using comma separated text data, then you need not define comma here, and also header is true, so you can remove this also. So directly you can run and I will get this data. Similarly, if you are reading the .csv data, then also need not mention header is equal to true. We can remove it and it will give you this. So base R functions read.delim, read.table and read.csv. These three functions we can use to read any data, whether it is .text or .csv, and then whether it is tab delimited or comma delimited. You can also define the decimal. In some formats, in space of period as decimal, they are using comma as decimal. So you can define here this DEC is equal to what? Comma. Or you can use read.csv to function. Now there is one more library reader, read R. So we can use this also to read text files or CSV files. So function is read_delim. It's not dot, it's a underscore. So delim means what is the delimiter you have to define. So this is for tab delimited, you have to write /t. So it will read this data like this. It will also show you a type of this data. So all the data type is double. Similarly, and in this function, this is the default. So you need not write here like this. This function read_delim automatically guesses what is the delimiter. So you need not write here. So it will identify the delimiter is tab and there are 6 double columns, means column type, data type is double. So header you can see. Similarly, if it is comma separated data, here also you need not mention the delimiter, it will automatically guess. So like this. So it is telling that this is comma delimited, the delimiter is comma and there are 6 columns and all column data types are double. Now that CSV data also you can read. Again, no need to mention any type or separator or header. So here again it is telling that data is delimiter is comma and the type of data and number of columns. Like this you can read. There is read_table also, read_table function also there in this package. So we can read this one also, and it is telling that columns are, these are the column names and header you can see. Similarly, read_CSV is there to read CSV data. Again it will show the delimiter and column names like this. And then this read.csv can also be used to read the comma separated text file. Like this. But you cannot read this data, this comma separated text file with. So this is how we can read text data and CSV data in R using base R functions like read.delim, read.table and read.csv. These functions can be used to read all the 3 kind of data, either txt file or CSV file with any kind of delimiter and any kind of library reader. With this also is having 3 functions, read_delim, read_table and read_csv. So CSV can be used for reading comma separated files, and this read_table can be used to read delimited tab delimited data, and read_delim can be used to read any kind of data. Here you need not mention the delimiter, it will automatically guess it. Thank you for watching.